Hey there guys, and welcome back to DIREWOLF20 1.7.10 playthrough with me, Giddiam, episode 7. So, last episode we worked a lot on our Thorncraft and we reached the level of research and mastery. We've completed research expertise as well. So a little bit of progress on that. We've not really done any more between now and then, but one of the things I really want to kind of do on this episode, I'm willing to do a little bit of Thorncraft, but one of the main things I want to do with you guys is an item from Botania, and it is called the Sojourners Sash. Now I'll show you exactly what it does when we get around to crafting it, but we just need we need 4 leather, some mana steel ignites, a rune of earth and a rune of air. Now these are crafted, the mana steel ignites are crafted through infusing just normal iron ignites with mana in the mana pool, and the rune of earth is some more mana steel ignites, a mushroom, block of coal, some stone. This is crafted in a runic altar, so we've got quite a bit of crafting to do, quite stuff to do. We still have kind of the diluted mana pool, so we need to upgrade that to a sort of higher tier mana pool, etc. So that's done with. Let's just put some more stone down. Some more living rock, so we're going to do that. I've brought a crafting table up here. I'm actually going to turn that into a Tinker's Construct crafting station. We'll put that right there. So a mana pool is literally, we just craft another diluted mana pool. We drop that in the mana pool, as we can see from the GUI. We've got that little ticked arrow, so we drop it in. Straight away it gives us back a mana pool. So we'll break this up. Put the right one down, and we'll drop the diluted mana pool back in there. So that's cool. So what I did do before this episode, because mana's, as like I said, the mana is the real sort of generation that we need for this mod. I did craft up some more day blooms through the runic apothecary. Just to help us sort of generate more mana. But there is another flower before we start crafting the sash. There's another flower that I want to craft that generates mana more efficiently than these day blooms, and that is called a ender flame, I think it was. Let's have a look. It is endo flame. So we want to craft this endo flame. Now that's done through the petal apothecary, and it's we just need a light grey brown and a red petal, but we also need these red mana petals. Then these are purely crafted by dropping a red and brown petal in the mana pool and fusing them with mana. So we need a light grey, a brown, we need 2 brown and I forget what it was, a red, and 2 red. Did I get 1 brown or 2? Just got 1. So yeah, hopefully we got enough mana. I doubt it, but you never know. No, see, we're going to need to wait for the mana to be generating, because we just, you know, we could drop this in, but it just won't work. It obviously will be a lot quicker now that we've got these day bloom, more day blooms going. But this endo flame's a much better mana generation flora, and I'll show you exactly what it does when we've generated the mana. While we're waiting for that, there's a couple of other things we could do. Put some more stone down. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, this pure daisy just it turns the stone and logs into living stone fairly quickly. So we're gonna need some coal. Just give ourselves 6 of those. We'll get our Lexica, Botania out. So we know the endo flame. We're kind of waiting for the mana to be generated for the red and the brown mana petals, and then we literally just drop all these petals into the petal apothecary, drop a seed in, and that will give us that endo flame. Now for the sash, we also want a mushroom. Oh, one there, cool. And 4 leather, which I've already got for us. Some mana steel ignorance, and I've got some iron in our inventory. We need to craft this runic altar. So we need some string, a feather, and carpet. So we want some carpet. No, that's not right. So 2 wool, not 3. A feather. And a runic altar. So the runic altar is 4 living stone around either a mana pearl or a mana diamond. Now, as we can start seeing, obviously these mana pearl or mana diamonds would just it would be mana infusion. So dropping a normal vanilla diamond into a mana pool will infuse it with mana. I think we're going to have to sacrifice a diamond because we've got 1 ender pearl. So we've got 1 diamond. We've got some more living stone cooking, or being infused as such. So it's going to take quite a bit of mana, guys. I think what we'll do, let's see what we've got. Okay, so we can get a red petal, but we can't get a brown petal yet. So yeah, what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to need to craft another mana spreader as well for what we want. So I want 6. Come here. Need a gold ore ingot and any petal. Yeah, I'll just close half a door, let some air in. Let's take a light blue. So we'll craft ourselves another mana spreader. You'll see what we're going to be using that for soon. One thing I did kind of derp on the last episode was, if you remember, we was trying to get the mana spreader linked to the mana pool. I've done a little bit of research on the Wander the Forest. If you shift click on the Wander the Forest, it's got 2 modes. It's got a function mode and a bind mode, and you literally just shift click on bind mode on the spreader and then shift click on the mana pool, and that will bind and automatically direct the mana spreader to the mana pool. So we've got a red mana petal, we want a brown one. Have we got enough mana yet? No. So what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to go back to sleep. We're going to wait for the rain to stop, wait for some mana to be generated, and we'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we're back. We'll just wait a little bit for the mana to be generated through the day blooms there. Just a little bit. I've given us some more living stone and started working on some more living wood, and I just cleared our farm a little bit, set some more seeds down to regrow. Had a sleep, waiting for the rain to clear. So yeah, as the GY tells us, we can now We've got a red mana petal, grey. We just need a mystical brown or mana petal. We can do that now, so we'll drop that in there. We'll get that straight back. Now we just drop these into the petal apothecary and drop a seed in. That gives us an endo flame. That's a really cool flower. It's much better at mana generation than these day blooms. And what else you can do? You could just drop the colour single coal, but you could just drop, say, a block of coal down, and we'll see in a second it absorb it. Now what it will do will then burn that coal into mana, and as we can see, if we watch the mana generation bursts, they're a lot more frequent, and mana will be generated a lot quicker for us. So yeah, we're going to need to do some more of these guys. Now if I drop another block of coal, it's not just going to take it straight away, it will need to burn through the block of coal that it's already absorbed. I'm not sure, I mean, I know that coal works just because I've seen someone else do it. I'm not sure what else does work, guys. If you do know, please leave comments below. But yeah, we may well be looking at doing some more of these endo flames, and we may set up any kind of automation system that we can develop to feed this endo flame continuously. Because what we can't do, we can't just drop a load, because it won't absorb it, it won't use it, and after 5 minutes these will just sort of the blocks of coal will disappear. So what we want to do, we need to, we've not got enough money yet for this diamond, but obviously with this endo flame it is generating matter at a higher rate. So we want a runic altar. We're literally waiting for the mana diamond for that. We have crafted our mana spreader. Now I think I'm going to put that we could do it one of two ways. We could either put a runic altar here, another mana spreader here. Again, I mean, when we're at we're still very early game. When we are at the stage of going to a permanent base, we'll set up a much better area, have it laid out much better than we've got it all here. I'm just looking for a way to get this working for now, but I think what we'll do, we'll have this just here is our mana generation, the mana pool is the mana storage, and then we'll put our runic altar here, I think. So we'll put a mana spreader. Now what, something else, guys, I'm looking for help on this. I'm not sure if I can put the mana spreader right next to the mana pool, or if I put it here, will it take the mana from the pool and direct it into the altar that we want to put here. But for the meantime, I'm going to work on the same principle that I have with the day blooms and the spreader here. I'm going to put the spreader right there. So we're generating quite a bit of mana here still. Quite there yet. So I think what we'll do, guys, while we're waiting for that, we'll come back to that in a bit. Something else I wanted to do this episode. There's two things I want to do apart from the Botania work that we're currently doing. One, I mentioned about an XP drain a couple of episodes ago. I've not got around to doing that yet. I want just a basic kind of liquid XP storage. Great for us, so we're going to have a look at that. But the first thing I wanted to do, where we left off on the last episode, I want to look at the deconstruction table just to show you that really quickly. Let's get our research note for that. We can drop that back. Now we're still doing okay on ink so far for this scribing tool, but we will need to refill it. When we do that, we could just in our own kind of crafting grid here. Put the scribing tool there, an ink here, and it will refill it straight away. Right, okay. The deconstruction table can't actually do yet because there's a composite aspect that we've not discovered yet. So that's a bit of a pain. Right, yeah, okay, we'll come back to that. Let's have a look at the XP drain that I wanted to look at doing. Now, I know there's a couple of different ways. We've got an open blocks XP drain here, which is just some iron bars, and we could, I'm not quite sure this will work, but we'll give it a go. Let's give it a go. Just set up some iron bars, give us an XP drain, and then I want a reservoir. So I know we're going to want some more. We've got some glass. Need to set this to alloys. Put some nether quartz in, and that will give us some fused quartz. So we need 6 glass and another cauldron. Glass. We've got enough glass, so we'll do our cauldron while infused quartz is being crafted. I think we need 2 cauldrons. So yeah, as we can see, I mean, even sort of at this stage, we're running low on iron. I know I've got an iron block there, but we're still going to need to do some mining. I'm going to do that off camera. I do want to kind of share this experience as much as I can with you guys, but obviously there's a lot more cool stuff that we want to be recording. We want to put 8 more. There, give us another one. So if we, right, this gives us 2, yes, and we want 4. So we're just waiting for this fused quartz. It's quite quick. Let's just turn our sound down a bit. There we go. Got just enough glass. So yeah, what I want to do, yeah, I think we'll just put this here. What I'm hoping, guys, is that we can drop this XP drain down. And there's a way that we can stand on this XP drain and it will drain the XP from our player and store it in the reservoir. Let's get our book from open blocks that we spawned with, if we've still got it. It's one of these, is it this one? Yeah, so let's find the XP drain. So we've got elevator sprinkler. Right, so I've crafted us some more reservoirs, but by the look of it, we need an open blocks tank. See if we've got. Yeah, we need 2 more obsidian. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to break this back up. I'll run down to the mine, get a couple more obsidian, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so we're back. Courtesy of our cobalt hammer, getting the obsidian was really quick. And so we'll build ourselves an open blocks tank. Now I mean this is a theory, I want to test it before we actually do it. But what I'm hoping, what am I doing? Glass. Okay, so we need some more sand, so we'll come back to that. But what I'm hoping, and again I could be wrong, but yeah, what I'm hoping is that we can just drain our XP into the tank here, and then when we want to kind of consume it again, yeah, as we see, it's draining the XP straight away. Now what I like about this is obviously, as we're early game, we don't have any real kind of good armor or enchanted armor. This will store the XP, so we're not going to lose it. We can add the tanks as necessary. Now that's cool. So yeah, what I'm interested in is, now I know that we can add more tanks to this, and I think if we pick these tanks up, the XP stays in it. But also what I believe is that we can just shift click with bottles onto the tank, so we get bottles of XP. But we've done this bit, that's cool. I'll leave that there, we'll come back to that. Let's go to bed quickly, and then hopefully we should have enough mana generated to get a mana diamond so we can build our runic altar. Cool, so that is that. Now we want a runic altar, which is quite easy if we have the right items in the inventory. Now I have had a look at this. I've got a test world going, obviously, and I really like the what this does, and you guys are gonna see as soon as we kind of put it down. Actually, we'll put it there. Now, luckily the mana spreader is directing it straight away, but we'll just bind these two anyway. So as we can see, the XP is the mana is going to drain into the runic altar, but although there's no kind of interface with this runic altar, and it doesn't hold or buffer mana, it will only use the mana that it needs, so that's really cool. So I think we've got almost everything we need now to craft our sash. So we've got the leather, so we need, I believe is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we need 7 mana ignites. We've only got 2 at the minute, so yeah, still waiting for some more mana to be generated. While we're waiting for that, what can we do? So we've only got 2 at the minute. What can we do? So we need 1 more before we can actually do anything. That's a bit of a pain, but what I do need is string that I've not got, so we'll go down and get some of that quickly. I want 1 piece. So as you can see, if you shift click on the runic altar, it places the item on it for you, and if you, with an empty hand, shift click again, it will take it off. So we want to put some string. If we do the rune of air first? Some string, feather, and carpet. So you can see it's a really cool effect that we've got going on here. We're just waiting now for the 3 mana steel ignits. Let's drop some more coal on our endo flame, just to increase our mana generation again. I think it's going to be quite important that we set up some kind of automation thing for here, like a kind of a dropper. We've got Project Red in this mod pack, so we can set up quite a cool automated timed system eventually. I won't worry about doing it here, like I say. We will look at doing that in a permanent base that hopefully we're going to get round to soon. So just wait for this. We've got ourselves a stone. There we go. No, I don't want you in there. We want the 3 mana steel ignits. So there we go. So all we do here, guys, is we take our Wand of the Forest. Now it does take mana to bind these items together. Obviously we've not got a lot of mana at the minute. It's generating mana quite more effectively, especially with this endo flame. I think we're definitely going to need to do some more of these guys. Don't know what that does, but it looked good. So all we do with this, guys, is we click on it and we can see a progress bar. If we hover over the runic altar just to the right, we can see our rune of air progress bar happening, and we can see the mana generation going on, and the mana being transferred from the mana pool into the runic altar. So we just need to wait for that to finish. Now I think it's going to start to slow up now because the mana pool seems to be out, so it's just literally going to be feeding mana as it's generated. Yeah, as we can see, it's a little bit slower now. I think what we'll do, guys, save sitting here waiting for it. I'll wait until this is finished and then we'll be back. Okay, guys, we're back. There's still a little bit to do, but I actually wanted to cut back in here so you could see the effect when the runic altar finishes. As you can see, really cool lightning effect. Now we've just got a slight small bar left. All we need to do now is drop a stone block onto the altar. We can see it absorbs it into the middle. Shift. No, that's wrong. I thought I had it right. Let's have a look. Okay, guys, let me double check on this. We'll be back in a sec. Okay, guys, we're back. So yeah, I kind of almost had it right. What we need is a block of living rock, not normal stone. If I was really thinking about what I was doing, I'd have realised that. We just drop it on, and there we go. We have a rune of air. Now it actually gives us 3 runes, so that's fine. That's cool. So let's see. We should have quite a bit of mana now. No, we still need 1 more. Let's see if our Endo Flame's hungry or not. Yeah, so that will take some more. So if we get the rest of the items we need ready. So we've got that. So we want a rune of earth. So it's a block of coal, some stone, and a mushroom. So we've got all that in inventory. So we'll click on that. That's weird. The mushroom's not being clicked on, but we can just drop it in, drop it onto the top, and it will take it and it will put it up into its assembly pattern, I suppose you would call it. Yep. So we need 1 more mana steel ignite to complete this, but we can put these 2 in just to start with. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. Cool, so we can get this one going. Like I said, you see a progress bar. If we hover over the runic altar with the one of the forest, it gives us a progress bar. Just going to go down to slates just so no kind of nasties come near us. Yeah, so we're completely out of mana now. It's not going to be a problem. I mean, you know, we are on a server, guys, so I did craft a chunk loader, as we can see down there, so this area is going to stay chunk loaded. So mana generation after this episode should not be a problem for us. Okay, cool, so it's finished. We need one more mana steel. And we'll drop a living room stone on there. There we go, guys. So we've got all the items we need. We just want our runes. Can't remember that there. There we go. We've got our Sojourners Sash. Now what this does, guys, it's equipable in the belt slot of the Baubles menu. Now the Baubles I thought was a separate mod, but I think it's something to do with Botania as well. But it goes in the belt slot here, and we can see we move faster. We've got a jump increase as well, and a uphill step assist, so we climb one block without jumping or anything like that. So it's really cool, you know, quite not too difficult to get early game. It's going to make it a lot easier for us to get around. Obviously I'm not going to be wearing it all the time, but certainly if I'm going out anywhere or doing anything, it's easy to just kind of put it on or not. You know, we can keep it in inventory. So yeah, really cool, really happy with that. There's a couple of other things that I know about in Botania now, so I'm derping so much I know. So yeah, we're definitely going to be doing those. So yeah, really happy with that. Off camera I'm going to craft up a couple more endo flames, just to make sure that we, you know, we're not kind of holding off on any progress by just waiting for mana. So yeah, really cool, really happy with that. Guys, I think we're going to call the episode here. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please, any ideas, tips, tricks or comments, leave them in the comment section below. Please don't forget to rate and subscribe. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Do come back for episode 8. Until now and then, take it easy.